than myself, each moment that passes is fleeting. I try and attract to escape my young life at this point, y'all should call me who bleed. Ain't always the top of me bleed. I'm so overwhelmed, I'm retreating. Back into the hole that I try to climb out, living always in touch of defeat. I'm addicted to sex, addicted to drugs. Really my devil will make me feel love. I don't care what you're thinking, I don't give a fuck. I'm still out there shining as bright as the sun. No matter how hard it gets, no matter how tough, don't disobey when I say give me the gun. If I don't let my demons out to breathe, I'll end up with some walls of pair of fucking ways. Come and visit me from time to time. To walk bitches I was ever with, yeah, you're still on my mind.
Alright, so today I'm going to be reviewing these RIX RNV 31s by RIX Tactical. These particular ones are white phosphor tubes, 1600 farm rating tubes. The right side one is on my particular pair is 1580, and the other one has 1670 of farm. These particular tubes, they work well. I've had these for about 3 to 4 months. These do come in green phosphor or white phosphor, depending on what your preference is. I know that the green phosphor ones are about 4200, and the white phosphor is about 4700. I scored these for 4300, so I got a good deal on them. I saved a couple $100 on these. You know, these do run well. They come with IR light, they come with bright source protection, which that when you have that on, it'll turn off if it detects if that sensor right there detects I'm assuming that's the sensor. If it detects light, it will shut off, auto shut off, so that the tube will not get burnt, so you won't damage the tube. It does come with onboard IR light. The only downside to these that I can tell you personally is that these are not PVS 14 compatible with the sacrificial lenses. You can't use them. They do sell adapters. I know Cold Harbor Supplies sells some, which at the time that I purchased these and the time that I was running these, they did not have them in stock. I did have to purchase a different solution for it, which now they're in stock. And now I already got, I'm gonna end up buying the Cold Harbor Supply one, but and that is so you can add a sacrificial lens or any Chat Iris system that you would want to add to this. There are solutions to adding that, which like I said, are those. But other than that, these tubes perform very well under low light conditions. I have used them. I have shot only 22 with them. Unfortunately, I don't own a range. I don't have a big enough property so I can test it out with 5.56. Maybe in the near future I'll try to do a beginner's guide, beginner's class or some sort around where I live, so that way I can get a feel for what it feels like to shoot a 5.56 with night vision. Because the thing is, I don't know how these would perform. I've seen other videos of other people, and they've gave their honest review of it's good, everything's good, but personally I cannot tell you that I've shot a handgun or anything with this, other than I have shot my CMMG 22 conversion that I have on my Mark 18 build. I have a budget Mark 18 build. Comment if you want a Mark 18 build or if you want a Mark 12 budget build after this video. But yeah, I've shot 22 with it. It looks nice. You can still see the spark of the 22 when you shoot it, but it's not nothing crazy, not nothing major. It's So who's this for? This is for anyone that's looking to get into night vision and is looking to spend less than $5,000, because these are still night vision at the end of the day. Even though that these are Chinese tubes, at the end of the day, these are still night vision. So okay, let's get on with the unboxing. Okay, so when you receive your binos, it's gonna come with the manual with like 4 patches. I think I have one on somewhere else, like 4 stickers. It's gonna come with its lab results when they're made, and then of course the tubes themselves. Okay, so the tubes are gonna come in its case. I never use it, but it's good to always have, oh, and this is for their thermal adapter that you can adapt and make into fuse. You can fuse thermal with these binos, and that's where it would go. So RIX Tactical does sell the thermal, their own thermal device that clips on right here. And you know, the way I went about purchasing this was the way I thought about it. In the videos that I seen, it was a lot of people were running PVS 14s on one eye, and they were running the Sidekick or whatever thermal solution they had for the other eye. You know, and you know that looks nice, but number one, budget. That's the main word in this. Number two, those seem very, very heavy. And you know, I could have went with a different set of binos. I could have went with some Steel Industries katanas that they have in stock. I know they have some Photonis ones that they offer, like the intensifier 2 that they offer were Photonis. I don't know at this time, but whenever I purchased these, that's what they had in stock, and those were running for about 5,600 something like that. So I went with these. But what I was saying with the way I seen people were running night vision on one eye and they were running thermal on the other. So I came across the Jerry 31s, which, you know, those are discontinued at this point. You know, you can still find them. I seen that Cold Harbor Supply had those too for way cheaper than this one. But yeah, that's the rabbit hole I went into, the Jerry 31s, the rabbit hole. And I seen that the Jerry 31 also had their own thermal, and that's how I kind of came upon these. And I also seen that these guys sold their own thermal device for it, which is what I'm gonna run. Hopefully next year I'll buy the thermal. But these have IR light, like I said. They have the bright source protection. These also have independent auto pod shut off, which basically, if you throw this out of your face like that and you have that mode on, it will turn off. You push it down, it will turn on. You do this one, it will do the same. But the only downside to having that mode on is if you're looking at the stars and you have the mode on, these will shut off. That's the only downside. Another thing is, I know that a lot of people say you have to run lithium batteries with these and all that good stuff, you know, in case it leaks and all that. And I understand 100%. But man, them lithiums are expensive at this time. They're, you know, you might not say that they're in a lot, but I've already ran through 5 lithium batteries with this, and I've used 2 Duracells, and the Duracells still have battery. The only reason I switched over to another Duracell was because I lost the first one. But another thing, I always leave the battery. I know you're not supposed to leave the battery in them, but I always leave the battery in it. So I'm assuming that's what drained the lithium batteries, because I barely even use them, and then I would turn them on and they'll turn off. So I'm assuming that they were dead, because then I put the Duracells in and I didn't have that problem. So right now I run Duracells, and for the price that you can get Duracells at, AA batteries, man, you can run this all day long. And another thing, I paid $4,300 for these, but I'm gonna have to pay the $46 total, because I purchased this from a seller that I guess, I don't know if he was drop shipping or what he was doing, but it didn't come with the battery pack. And right now, if you go to RIX Tactical and you buy it from them, they're gonna charge you $4,600, but it's gonna come with the battery pack. So that's the only downside. I'm gonna have to pay the $250 for a battery pack when I could have just got it for free. But I mean, it is what it is at the end of the day. Now, do I recommend these to you? Yes, I do. Why is that? Because these only weigh about 500 grams. So number one, they're light. Number two, they're not as much as other night vision goggles out there. The only downside that I don't like is that when you have these, and if someone knows about night vision, they're gonna think that these are fake, because they don't know what they are. Look at them, they're very, very small. Tubes are smaller than PVS 14 or than your standard RNV. Regular PVS 31s or 31, yeah, just 31s. Regular RNV 31s.